Dr. Bhakti Niskama Shanta, who is secretary of Chaitanya Saraswati Research Institute located at Bangalore. Basically, he is M.Tech and doctorate in engineering, but now he is a sannyasi. So a scientist turned into a sannyasi, and as a scientist, he has made some very notable contribution. So I request him now to make his presentation, and kindly, within 15 minutes, you can summarize your presentation.
For giving me this opportunity. So first I would like to offer my prayers to my divine masters. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jaina Tasmai Sri Gurabhe Namaha. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadisi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So actually I am very fortunate to participate in such a unique dialogue between our friends from Iran, and I would like to say that religion must be originating from God only. Dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So all over the world, different bona fide religions, they all originated from the God only. So depending on different people's consciousness, so God has devised different processes. The purpose of religion is to realign the living entity with the Supreme, to realign, to reawaken our lost connection with the Lord. This is the purpose of all the religions. But if you see different individuals in this world, they are not all same. A teacher speaks the same thing to all his students, but different students understand the same sound from a teacher differently. So it is being told in Vedic tradition, Lord has given the same message, but depending on the consciousness of the different individuals, they have taken that differently. So the jungle of religion that we see in all over the world manifested because of this. But in the midst of this jungle of religion, we must not forget the real purpose of religion. The real purpose of religion is to establish the connection with the living entity, with the Supreme. How we can establish? That is the purpose of all the religions. If you see, Lord Brahma, according to Vedic tradition, he first received the Vedic knowledge. Then there are different descending processes. We know it is coming down through Narada Rishi, and then Vyasadeva, Madhvacharya, and different lines are there in that connections. And according to Vedic tradition, Muhammad is known as a Saktavesh avatar. Islam is a bona fide religion. So there is also it is known as Yavan. Sometimes proclaimed as Yavan word is also used. Abrahamic, there is Brahmic word is there. When you say Abrahamic, there is Brahmic word is there. So this is already described because this religion, Hinduism word came very late in the Indian context. You cannot find the term Hindu in any of our scriptures, but it is told as Sanatan Dharma, which has neither beginning nor end. So it's time immemorial from this this religion has been given, and even in Quran we know that there are many teachers who came before Muhammad also. So now we have to understand that how this concept of relating living entities with the God. From Islam point of view, they accept that living entities, they are servants of God. In Islam point of view, we are servants of God, and this is exactly what Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami asked, Ke ami, who am I? Keno mere jale tapatra, why I am suffering in this world? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu answered him that Jivero Swarup hoy Krishnero Nityadas. By nature, living entity is the servant of the Supreme. So this is very, very important thing, that the commonality we find, that living entity is by nature servant. So there are some, what you can say, kind of philosophy we find in impersonal philosophy, impersonalism, like Shankaracharya sect. They say that we are God. Everybody, everything is Brahma. Everybody is that absolute. But that concept has been, what you can say, challenged by many other Vedic philosophers like Madhvacharya and Ramanuja Acharya, and there is a gradual development of our Vedic tradition philosophy. It is being told in every yuga the philosophy of Vedic tradition that develops. The full thing has been not produced all of a sudden. It gradually development. First, we know the yajnas, the fire sacrifices, are being carried out on the quotation, quoting the certain scriptures. They were killing the innocent animals. To see that the animals are being not benefiting, in Treta Yuga the fire sacrifice is being authorized. So to stop that process, only that person who can kill the animal, who can again give back the soul, new body. To stop that process, Lord himself descended as Buddha, and then the Sunyabad has been propagated. Then the gradual development of the Mayavad philosophy, that Shankaracharya philosophy, and then Ramanuja, Madhva, all this philosophy came into existence. So here I want to discuss something about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who came 500 years back, and it is told in Srimad Bhagavatam that he is the Krishna himself, who comes in the mood of his dearmost devotee, Srimati Radharani. Lord himself is the enjoyer, but because he is in the position of God, he cannot enjoy or release the position of a devotee, because he wants to enjoy all the things. But to enjoy as a devotee, what taste a devotee is getting, he came with the mood of Radharani and with the color of Radharani. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when came 500 years back in Navadip in Bengal, there were so many Muslim scholars around here in India, and Mahaprabhu and his followers had a lot of extensive dialogue. Especially I would like to quote about Haridas Thakur. If anybody might have visited Jagannath Puri, there is a place called Haridas Thakur Samadhi, and he is known as Namacharya, even though his birth is in Muslim family. His name is Namacharya, and in previous life he was Brahma in Dwapar Yuga. In Brahma's post, he tried to test Lord Krishna whether this boy is Lord or not by stealing his calves and his friends. When he done that, then he's seen same calves and same boys are there, and he's seen each of those calves and each of those his friends are on one Narayan. He know up till now only Narayan is the Supreme Lord, but now he is seeing so many, infinitely many Narayans are serving this boy. Then he written Brahma Samhita. Ishwara Parama Krishna Satchitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. There is one Supreme God, and that God is Govinda. And he has a form. And what kind of form he is? Satchit Ananda Vigraha. His form is not having any material qualities. His form is made up of Sat, Chit and Ananda. Sat means eternal existence, Chit means full of knowledge, Ananda means full of joy. So that is the form of the Absolute. And we can see that Brahma, when he written this Brahma Samhita, Krishna is not so much pleased, because he has so many wonderful devotees, but Brahma is having some scriptural knowledge. And Vidhi Marga and Rag Marga is little different. So he wanted to taste this Vrindavan devotion. So he told, please give me birth in lowest class. If I don't know any of this Vedic knowledge, I don't have pride, but I can approach Lord with full surrender, with full devotion. And that form we see as Haridas Thakur. And we worship even by birth. The consideration is not there in Vaishnava tradition. Jai bhaje sei bada abhakta hina char Krishna bhakti te nai jati kulaji vichar. In the bhajan of Krishna, there is no considerer of birth, by birth casteism. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj by birth was from the Asura family. Yet, he is being considered as one of the greatest, Vaishnavas. Mahaprabhu, when he came to Vrindavan and he wanted to visit Gokul, at that time, on the way, when he seen one calf and cow, he remembered Krishna and he fall unconscious with his associates. At that time, some Muslim, what you can say, soldiers, they were going on the way, and they seen this one beautiful sannyasi falling down, and some kind of, foams are coming from his mouth. They thought these people around him might have given some poison to him, and might have killed him to take away his, wealth. So they wanted to kill his associates. Then there was, some exchange. They told, no, he is our master. How can we kill him? Sometimes he goes into this type of transcendental, mood, and he falls down like that. And some are also told he has some kind of, disease, to try to pacify, because they wanted to kill immediately all his, servitors. So while this dialogue is going on, Mahaprabhu came to, his external senses. Then he seen the Muslim scholars, and then Muslim, the soldiers. One scholar was also there in that. And he discussed with them. They are not all dakayats, they are my servitors. And then he had a dialogue with a Muslim scholar. There, Mahaprabhu told that Quran discusses the form of the Absolute. Quran says that you are made in the color of the Allah. You are made in the color of the Allah. Means Allah has a color. How can you say that you cannot see? If he has a color, then you must see. Quran says you are made in the color of Allah. Then Quran also says he is extremely merciful. Quran also says he listens to the prayers. And so many aspects of the personality are being expressed in Quran itself. And it is told how you know Allah loves you. Then if Allah loves you, then you have love for Allah. If Allah loves you, you have love for Allah. And when Allah loves you, then you will develop the same qualities that Allah have. What kind of qualities Allah have? Allah not only loves who are follower of Allah, but who are not followers of Allah also, He loves him. So the same quality, who is true, get the mercy of Allah, he also develops that quality, that he loves everybody, that kind of quality. And when Allah loves you, you get some kind of like a aura, some kind of divine kind effulgence coming from your face. And Muhammad, when he received the mercy, then some bright light is coming, which people could not even see his face for some time. This is being told. This is the mercy of Allah. And Allah loves you, then He is nearer and dearer will love you. If Allah loves you, then He will bring you nearer to Him, and He make you sit nearer to Him. That means what? If He is only light, how can you make seat beside Him? And it is being told about the Jannat, so many things existing there. There are rivers, there are, so many wonderful things in the Jannat. So these all things establishes that Allah has a divine form. And sometimes it is being compared that the impersonal concept of Mayabad and Muslim is similar. But no, because here Muslim tradition itself accepts that living entity is a servant of God. And also it is being told in the Shankara side philosophy, we are God. That does not, Muslim tradition does not accept that. Muslim tradition accepts that we are all servants of God. So this is very, very interesting connection that we see in Mahaprabhu's dialogue. And Mahaprabhu told, Quran discusses karma, jnana, all these things, but it also describes the ultimate goal of life. The ultimate goal of life is to develop a loving relation with the God. The same thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, and Jesus Christ also the same thing he teaches, the love of Godhead. So all the bona fide religions, they teach us how to cultivate our love for the Absolute. So with this, because of the lack of time, I would like to conclude. There are some other points were there, but because of lack of time, I would like to stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.